put it, it's things that people forget about, and of course I tend to forget about it too. So I went back and started working on these things, and I always look at a good story, and the story came from working with Deshaun, doing MMA stuff. And once it was like, all right, I'm going to get in the guard, and he's on top, and we're going to get going, and then right away you have a realization that you go, maybe this is a bad idea, right? Like, so I had to start to go back, and I had to start to think about what did I used to do, and it like right away started to come to me. And it's a lot of the leg pummeling stuff, okay? When you're in the guard, okay? So we've been working on these like simple, hey, you can hear it. So working on some of these simple techniques, and I'm glad that it worked for you today. Okay? And you did, listen.
So I work from back to back. I hit with back, then the front half.
I love it.
I need a sub.
So no, not only that, right? You did it to Eddie, who's actually really good at it, because I saw Eddie using it too, and Eddie came up with some slick stuff with guillotines and all that stuff coming over, right? So I like all this. I just want to talk about here just the basic. So for any who hasn't done this with me yet, couple, one, two, maybe one. Okay, did you do this with me on Tuesday?
I got to see what it is. I don't know. I wasn't here Tuesday. No.
Okay, so I'm going to go over this again. Okay, we're just going to talk conceptually. So give me like a minute to just kind of talk through it, and then he's going to like record it. Okay, so we start here, and especially if somebody gets 2 points, they get the takedown there on top. They end up in a position like this, and I have my closed guard, and most of the time people want to create space with their hands. But it makes it real hard if I'm trying to sit up, that he's like controlling me here. Right? So what we're going to do is we're going to walk the feet to the inside. If you ever can't walk the feet to the inside, you can always do it one at a time. I can move myself off to the side, I put the first one in, and I can go back and get the second one. Now the next thing I really want you to pay attention to is the fact that I'm not just going to use this stretch out as the main part. Because what happens is when we have these multiple angles is you can put a decent amount of pressure on your joints, your ligaments on the inside of your knees, right? So most people end up with issues like that. So whenever I feel like, and how do I know, by the way, which leg he's going to try to kick back out to clear? You see how he's going to lean the opposite way? So whatever one I think that he's going to kick out, he's going to have to put the weight on that shoulder, right, and try to move it or kick it back out. So if I feel like he's going to kick, I'm just going to let it go. And where am I biting? I'm going to find the back of his leg. You see how I go to the back of the leg here? And then I'm just going to let him move. Go ahead and move. Yeah, look, he brings it together, and I'm going to cross low. Once the knees are together right here, this is very hard to get back apart. Is this how you did it too? Perfect. Look, and I'll give him the next move. What's your next move? By the way, look, he can't put his hand, he has to put his hands on either me or on the ground. Yeah, look, they're back on me again. Go ahead, keep going. Right, and then we can work our way back up. We can try to work toward the back or whatever. This is a version of like the plier sweep when they stand up. Right, same exact thing. If I get to here, and he stands up real quick, what are we going to do? I'm going to find the back of the knees, right? So we walk it down. Look here, bite, and I walk, and I bring it together, and I get this clamp. Once you get to here, same exact thing. You want to start passing an arm, I can pass an arm over, come here, work your way back on top, take the back, whatever. The main thing I want everybody to work on here is make it very hard for this person to make their first move. Now, normally when we grapple, we get very comfortable, but it's not good for competition. Right, we're in grappling class and they go, okay, ready, set, go. Boom, and it's here, and I open my guard and I just get here. Look at, I got to open guard, but look, I automatically gave him an advantage on my legs because I was casual about it. And in class, like everybody goes, who cares? Right, we're practicing, we'll work out of it. But when you want to talk about I'm down 2 points, we're in a tournament, what am I going to do? Like, he's already starting to pass again. I know I'm going to hold my breath, I'm going to panic, the corner's going to freak out. All right, slow him down, don't let him pass. This guy's like, oh, I'm going to get 2 more punches in the pass. Like, we need to slow this whole thing down. So if I can't let him get his first move, right, whether it's me opening up or it's him getting the jump and getting a knee up, then I'm already up. So this is what I want everybody to practice, and you can almost do this with no arms. Right, I start here, we go, ready, set, go. Go, man. That's easy. You tried to bring both knees in. Perfect, go ahead, do it again. Go back. Find a new way, go ahead. Again. Get me up. And again, go ahead, keep going. You see how this works? So look, I'm gonna let him step a leg up. Boom, he comes to here. No, step a leg up, put your foot on the ground. So try to go like a knee cut pass. This. Boom. Everybody comes here. Push foot. This. Super common. You see how I still have the one on the other side? So instead of panicking and automatically trying to turn this into a hook, I want hamstring. I'm gonna go hamstring, we're gonna go bite right here. I'm gonna just bring everything back together. And now he's right back down again. Right, and he goes again, boom, go, where's he going? No, I stay on there. See how I'm pulling his knees back down to the ground? I know which way he's gonna lean every single time. It's gonna be opposite of where the trouble is. And then once you get it, short grip, make sure you have a good pinch on your feet. Don't give me a lazy foot grip. If you're not flexing your feet from here, you're not gonna be able to squeeze your knees together very well. Does this make sense? So you can do it where you let the person stand, but really what I want you to do here at the beginning is just make it hard for them to get to that first move. If you think about this, most of the time, the person comes here, they get better posture, I can still get here, right? And they do this. And now they want to start to move. Now usually the knee shield, and we start to work, right? This is the most common position. Can I start to pass the guard from here? How am I going to pass the guard? Come on, wheels. Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to pass the guard from here. What's going to happen? Are both legs coming up? Do we do the... Is anybody doing that? They're not doing that. Right, so how are we doing it? We're going to go one side, I'm going to lean, I'm going to try to pick a foot up, and we're going to try to go. Your job is to stay on that first move. So what I want you to do is I want you to get your hooks, and you can stretch them out. I don't mind if you stretch. But one thing I don't want you to do is put too much stress on your meniscus. Right, I'm going, like here, like this. Like I've got two angles when the foot goes back up, and sometimes people go, and they kick, and you go, coach, I try to hold on. Man, that fucked my knee up. Don't hold on. As soon as they're gonna push out, I'm gonna find the back of the leg, and I'm gonna go hamstring curl. And I'm gonna hold them in, and I might step that foot in the ground. Guess what the next move, let them have the next move. What's it gonna be? They're gonna bring the other knee closer to try to get back up, and when they do, you're gonna cross low. Underneath the butt, right underneath the legs. You see where I'm crossing under the legs? This is gonna change everything. Now you notice some of the things Matt did. He came up here like this, right, to try to think he could get his knees high enough and knee cut. Where's his hands? Yeah, they're either on me or on the ground. Right, so don't be fooled that you have to hurry up. Grab a wrist, move them off to the side, pull your knees to your chest, and start working your way back up on top. Does that make sense? So you don't even really need your hands for very much in the beginning. I really want you to concentrate on just going after what you know that they're gonna do. Don't rush to go, I did the moves, and it didn't work on the last year, because you're trying to do all of them. I do one, and I let you have the next one. And then, I thought you were gonna move that, and I go after that, and I take that away. And I let you have the next one, and the next thing you know, you're open hogtie. Maybe we'll call this the open hogtie. Is this already a name? I think somebody already calls this something. What is this called?
Oh, the yeehaw.
Open hogtie sounds good to me. Right? You just kind of wrap them up, and then we're gonna tip them over. Right? And you watch the rodeo guys, that's exactly what they do, right? They get the legs, they get them, and they flip them over, and it's time. Right? So that's basically what we're gonna do, and we're gonna get on top. If you can get, we'll do a sweep and stuff from here too, but if you don't have the first part, then the rest of it's just a move. I don't want you to do this where you're memorizing moves. I want you to go, you're gonna try to pass, I'm gonna stand your legs as much as possible. If you get on the back of my leg when I'm trying to pick this up, and I can't pick it up, everybody's gonna do this to try to go inside out. What's my timing? My timing is, I can't get it up. Right here, I'm crossing my feet together because you brought your knees together to try to get them out. Is that how you set it up too? But you have to let them have that move. Oh, it went standing. Yeah, you did the climb down. So you see how we say climb down? It's not slide both legs down and try to bite at the end. It's like you're climbing down a tree or climbing up a tree. I'm gonna go bite a little bit and bite a little bit, and now, not together, not Suzanne Summers Thigh Master. Right? When they get to this point where you're getting here, I want the knees to go this way. Because guess what happens when the knees go this way? What does everybody do? They take a step forward and they bring their feet back together so they're more comfortable. You wrap them up. If you try to just squeeze them together with the feet being on the outside, look at my knees are only going to go this far. I'll sit my quads down a little bit lower, and it's going to be hard for you to wrap that together. So I want you to get them forward. Look where my knees go over my toes. What do I need to do? I need to kind of take a step and look how my feet go together. So these are really important parts to doing this technique, to where it's not just you doing moves. I want you to pay attention to what makes it a good technique. Does that make sense? So groups of 2, groups of 3. We're already at 11:38, so I want everybody to at least get the gist of this because it's Thursday and I've been teaching it all week. Cool?
Yes, sir.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.